What's up, nerds? Welcome back for another adventure with our intrepid knight, Grimace Grimoire. Let's bring up his character. There he is. The fair Grimace Grimoire, expert armsman. We find him where we left him last time. I haven't played him or done any skill gain. This is all natural skill gain with this tune. And right now, we're looking at a mace fighter with some music skills, so we could do some provocation, and he's really going to dig into parrying, some tactics and healing. And last time, let's go ahead and drink a night sight potion because it's the middle of the night here. Last time we made our way through the first level of Covetous, and now we're going to dive in and explore the second level of Covetous. However, our supplies are getting low. That's a dead end, so we're not going that way. Supplies are getting low. We've acquired a good amount of gold, 2,500 gold pieces. Not bad. Not bad for a warrior of his skill level. So we're going to proceed in further into the dungeon and then try to make it out alive with all of our hard-earned gains. Discovered the Dungeon of Covetous. Here we are. Second level of Covetous. So the nice thing here, this is the second level of Covetous, but we've got these exit gates. So although in the old days we'd have to run back, actually we could recall if we had magery, but we might have to run back all the way through what we've progressed through here. But with these exit gates, especially without magery, we can make our way back out nice and easy. It's pretty convenient. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started here. First, we will attempt to provoke the slime onto a headless one. The one thing I think I'm going to have to be very careful with is poison, because I'm running low. I don't have any potions. Well, I have one cure potion left. I have 130 bandages, but my healing skill is so low it takes forever to get a cure off. There we go. Got it provoked. Really don't want any of the poison to deal with. Take that, slime. Slime are nice because they have these gems. These gems sell nice. Oh, and look at this. We have a shimmer stone. So the server that I'm playing on here is Ultima Online New Dawn. It's a fantastic free server run by Quick. You should definitely go check it out. Come join us on UO New Dawn. And in this server, these new there's a dungeon dye material that's based out of each dungeon. So this is the one for Covetous. It's called a shimmer stone, and it takes 250 of those in order to craft a really cool, unique dye that you can apply to your clothing, or I assume a mask. 9 gold from that. Let's chase down this rat. Get back here. So that shimmer stone ought to sell pretty good for this newbie character. He could really use the gold. Let's see if we can get this provoked. Fail. What is our provocation? 51.1. Okay. Not doing it there. Mace fighting's up to 72.7. Not bad. This is all natural skill gains, no macroing overnight. Although there is, of course, the option to do that on this server. You can use Razor, do lots of really cool macroing. If you were to start a new character here, you can be up and going, viable within 24 hours, really. Oh, I forgot to loot this one. Give me that gold. Alright, let's try to take this out while we get this other one provoked. Fail. We'll go toe-to-toe with this one here for a minute until that one aggroes. Oh, can't be seen, that's the issue. Fail. Now let's not get trapped in here, shall we? Started a bandage. That'll be good skill gain here. Hey, got the bandage off. That's great. I think we found that those weapons that these brigands carry don't really sell for anything, so not going to get weighed down by that. Let's see if we can get a provoke off onto this. Onto the headless one. Fail. Come along. Run a bandage here. Gonna have to do a little run. Now, I believe there are traps over here, so we'll carefully navigate this. Oh. Got that bandage off just in time. Where are you going, you little chicken? Not that I was just doing the same thing. So, as I was saying on New Dawn, you can use Razor, you can macro your character up. And I'm choosing to do this the old school way. It's how I played when UO launched in 1997. So I was just kind of reliving the good old days, doing the dungeon crawl with a newbie tune. I'm also not using any resources from my other characters. I have a lot of other characters, and I'm choosing to go the cheap route here, and he's only got access to the equipment he gets and the gold he farms himself. I really like the dungeons and the designs of each dungeon, and I find with my other characters I just cruise through most of it and never spend too much time in any one spot. But a character like this really forces me to slow down and enjoy the dungeons. So what do we have up here? Oh, I see the word spider, and I don't like it. Let's see if we can get a provo off. Actually, we'll probably take the rat and the spider. There we go. Got the provocation off. Have we gained any provocation? 0.1. I guess that's not bad. And somehow I've still gotten poisoned. I think that should be fine though. Should wear off before I die. Even if I don't get the bandage off to cure it. There we go. Got the provocation off. Certainly the poison ought to be wearing off. It probably... There we go. Okay, let's get the bandage. Heal up. And not die to a flame trap. We do need to clear this area because I kind of want to methodically go through each area and check it out. So if we get this slime provoed onto the spider. Excellent. Time to die, spider. Oh. And it looks like the spider's still alive and I'm poisoned. Lovely. Failed the cure on that one. I think we should be able to make it through. If it gets close, I'll pop that last cure potion. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so we didn't check out this area. I think it's just a little dead end here. Nothing to see there. We progress further in to Covetous level 2. Ah, more harpies, but the stone version. These are a bit tougher. They have a little more armor and hit points. Oh, and actually, I'm quite low on health. We'll run over here and heal up real quick before we run back in. Start that bandage. I'll run in and try to get a provo off. Too far away. Okay, we'll go with that one instead. Let's see if we can pull out these two and work on them. Looks like we would have picked up a third. Got him. Great. Now we'll take out the stone harpy first. Seems like they're a little bit tougher, as the name stone would imply. They're already provoed on each other, but I'm going to keep hitting it so I can get the skill gain. Which reminds me, next time we're in town, I probably should buy another loot. I have a feeling that we're going to burn through that one. I'd like to keep this newbie one on my person so I can use it if I die. So I'm going to avoid using that one. Okay, we'll go grab another harpy and rinse and repeat here. I don't think I'm strong enough quite yet to clear this whole room. The spawn would probably be faster than I can clear it. Let's get a bandage going preemptively here. Let's see if we can pull out just these two. That'll do. Although fun to do natural skill gain, it can be painful to watch. So get another bandage rolling here. There we go. Get some good skill gain here. Get provocation practice. A little bandage action going on. I think if I'm going to kill too many of these harpies on a stream, I ought to just go ahead and filter the harpy sound. They're quite annoying. I mean, they're fun once, but come on. Every second. We might be able to finish this one off going toe to toe. Get a bandage ready. Your armor and hit points and my crappy skill, this might just take a while. Might be better off going to pull another. Let's chase her up that way and then drag another mob on. I wonder if the provocation skill is the same for a stone harpy as it is for a regular harpy. I kind of think that it's not. Well, I saw something out of the corner of my eye at the bottom right of the screen there a second ago. There's a giant spider rift spawn down there. And rift spawns are unique to this server, to UO New Dawn, led by Quick, where they're creatures that are substantially harder, more damage. They do more damage and they have more hit points than the regular version, but they have a chance of dropping better loot and potential for a gate, a rift gate, that'll take you to the rift area where you can fight some instant stuff. And everybody else can come in and join as well, so it's not like a trammied separate event, and it's pretty fun. Let me see if I can drag one harpy over, because their provo's probably easier. And we'll try our hardest to not get poisoned. Hey, alrighty. We're in business. So you can see how much more difficult this rift spider is. It has a really cool graphic too. It's this kind of rift spawn coloration. So this is, this is a harpy here fighting a giant spider, and the spider's kind of easily handled a harpy. The probability of a rift opening is higher with the more difficult of the mobs. I'm pretty sure I have that correct. So these low-level mobs like a giant spider, probably not gonna pop a rift gate, but something like a dragon or a higher level mob has a higher probability of popping one of those gates. Okay, we're gonna GTFO and grab another harpy. I don't know if I can, well, it's probably based on the normal giant spider's provo. Let's see if we can get a stone harpy working on it. Get over here, you two. Allow me to introduce you. Well, now we've been poisoned. There we go. Great. My stone harpy's got quite a few hit points and armor, so it ought to tank that spider pretty well. While I beat on it with my club here and hope to not die. My bandages have done nothing. I think I may have to use this cure potion. Aha. No, I don't. That stone harpy did some work. Nicely done. Switch to attacking the stone harpy. Okay, so we've got some items here that I'll actually loot all of those, because I think the armor and weapons will be magical and they'll probably sell pretty well. Okay, let me try to get another provo off. Fail, get a bandage going. Let's get that harpy to follow us over here. There it is. Better late than never. Now, since we're in such proximity, I could probably drag another one. There we go. Just in time before that other harpy died. Finish that harpy off. And I'll keep provoing just to get the skill up. Same with the bandages here. Uh oh. Well, this will be our last night sight potion, so I've got a real timer going now. Need to get out of this dungeon before that wears off. Let's try to push her back this way so we don't take on more aggro. Or we'll just finish off another harpy, I guess. Ooh, I forgot those stone harpies have the potential to drop gems as well. Gems are probably one of the best items I can loot in here because they just sell so well for something so light. Okay, we can probably kill a couple more harpies here, make our way out. I might go just a little bit further in towards the elemental room just to see what it's what's around the bend here. But then we probably got to get out, sell some of our stuff, bank the gold, and resupply for another run. I think next time we might progress a little bit deeper into Covetous before we start actually killing things in earnest. So it looks like we've got a magic hatchet. That ought to sell pretty well. This axe really won't, so I'm going to get rid of it just so I stay below any kind of a weight problem here. Get rid of that female plate as well. So I'm just about 4,000 gold. That's not bad. Allow me to get some more supplies. I need some more healing potions, cure potions, night sight. I think I'm okay on bandages. I'll need to restock some more from the bank. Oh, a new instrument. maybe a better weapon. I think this next time we'll go ahead and buy um, player vendor potions instead of NPC bot potions. They're just a bit better. They heal for more, they cure higher level poisons. But I think I'll stick with this night sight though, because I kind of like the more subdued night improvement, because we can still see the effects of a lot of the dungeon lighting, which I think is really cool. We should be on the lookout actually for some monsters that have armor, especially magical armor, because then that would allow us to upgrade these traps in this dungeon. I was trying to avoid these two poison traps here, and instead I ran across a spike trap. So let's go ahead and try to provoke. No, I'm going to die here. I'm going to get poisoned by the trap or the spider. A little too good though. We'll take out this spider real quick. Hopefully we can get a bandage off before it's done. Finish off the spider. Just on principle. Or I'll just run away. Yeah, forget that. Alright, we'll head on down to this exit gate. Carefully navigating the flame traps. Gotta get a bandage going just because I'd like to gain some skill. Okay, so here was the entrance to level 2 where we came in. And here's the exit gate. So we'll take that and we'll head back to Oklo, the newbie city. And here, Grimace Grimoire returns triumphant. Will the arch into the city of Oklo. Buffalo Bill, huh? What are you carrying? Ooh, that's a nice axe there, sir. Very fine weapons, sir. Okay, now we have some business here with the bank. First thing, let's talk to the bank and drop off our gold, just in case somebody tries to steal from us. There are a few unsavory types about. Don't really need all these spell components anymore. Probably gonna need to ditch those to save weight. I'd initially thought of going magery, and I just changed my mind after character creation, which was pretty stupid, but fortunately it's not too difficult to buy up skill to 50. So we've got 5,000 gold in the bank. Now let's let's drop off these empty bottles. Don't need those currently. Now let's go sell our gems. We're going to go sell them to the jeweler. And while we're going, we'll hit another bandage, get that health up, the skill up as well. Well, selling the gems brought in 672 gold. Not bad. Oh, Dark Lotus. Let's see, what do you have to say, young adventurer? What news? And let's head on over here to the blacksmith shop and sell this axe. Now I think it's based on the magical properties, like how good of a weapon it is, and I think it doesn't matter if it's been identified. So it looks like this one's probably a crappier low end magical hatchet, 71 gold, but we'll take it. Now I don't remember what these dungeon dye materials go for, but it's a good chunk of money. At least for Grimace, Grimoire, Intrepid Warrior. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put it up on the auction house. So over here is the auction house. Here's Julie, and we'll open the auction house. This is a really cool feature that Quick has implemented on this server. So here's all the things that are for sale by other players. There's the seller Burley here, selling fort powder, 10 charges. All of these things are for auction. So I'm going to go ahead and create an auction. I'll put the shimmer stone up. It has to be in... Oh, it has to be in my backpack, not a bag within a bag. There we go. Let's try that again. Create an auction, shimmer stone, dungeon dye mat. I'm going to put X1 because it's hard to tell sometimes. How many are actually listed without going into the auction house, of course. So we'll start the bid at 1,000 and we'll do a buyout price of 5,000. Buying bid increments of 500. We'll do it 24 hours and we'll create the auction. Now once it sells, the house takes a cut of the gold. I can't remember what it is, something like 5 or 10%. I think it's probably 5%. So now the auction has been posted in the sell section in UO New Dawn Discord. And we'll see if we can get a chunk of money. That would be a lot of gold for old Grimace here. So we're going to grab some of this gold. I'm going to go looking for player run vendor to buy some potions. The only challenge here, I think the only ones I've been seeing are folks selling them in full kegs, whereas I need them in bottles. I can't really afford a full keg. So here's a player run vendor shop. And we will, yeah, they're in kegs. So these are all by color, so that'll be greater heal, cure, night sight, probably explosion. What do we got here? Plain seeds, okay. Let's check out this fine vendor house. I think he also sells by the keg. Yeah. Okay, what about this one? This is also nice that it shows what they sell. Carpentry, music, T-maps, MIBs, scrolls, books, potion bar. Sounds like something I'm interested in. Here is a potion for $9.99. I think I'll pass. Yeah, full keg's going to be 3K. Not really in my price range. Oh, let's see. Who else have I seen carrying potions? I think he carries armor. Sets of armor. Bulk reagents. What have you got up here? Paulin. Okay, smithing reward items. Iron ingots. Well, you has a pretty good cluster of player-run vendors. Let's try Britain. Britain also has a decent set here. Sweatshop kids have some good stuff, but I think again, kegs. think you have weapons. Ooh, you know, we may buy a Warhammer of Power. I don't want the one with tactics because I want my skill. This is probably the one. I think we'll buy that. So that'll be the upgrade, and we'll stick with player, or rather NPC potions for now. Oh, that's a two-handed. That was stupid. Well, we'll run that next time we head back into Covetous and see how it does. For now, we need to head back to Aklo, buy some potions. Adventurer coming through. Over here to the Sorcerer's Guild. And it is Potzia, who sells, okay, Night Sight. I'd like to stay in Covetous for quite a while. So can we go 10? Let's go 6. We'll go 6 there. We need quite a few cure. That's usually a big issue. Let's go 10 cure. And lesser heal for the remainder. What else do we got here? Yep, I think that'll do. Okay. What is this kid yelling at me? You smell like my uncle's boots, Grimace Grimoire. What would happen if I attacked this child? I don't think that's something Grimace Grimoire would do. We'll grab some bandages here. Got 98, that's quite a bit. Let's take another 40. Okay, we've got bandages. Night Sight potions. Oh, we need to get rid of these fertile dirt. Actually, let's go put those on the auction house as well. Somebody ought to buy those. Let's create an auction. 38. 38 fertile dirt. Starting mid 1,000, buy out 2,000. I don't know what those are going for actually, so we'll just throw those up and see what happens. Okay, so we've got the fertile dirt, we've got a couple kindling, our bedroll. Oh, an instrument. Yes. Let's grab one more loot and we'll head on out. Oh, Noonie, you're the man. Dude, yeah. I should check out Hythloth. Yeah, I was exploring Covetous because it's the OG newbie dungeon that I explored. But yeah, that's actually the move. Okay. Let's see if I can remember where Hythloth is. Oh, it's on the island, isn't it? Yeah, I have no way to get there. Is there a gate? Let's do a free view here. So I need some magic skill. Yeah, there's no gate. So I need magic skill to recall there, or I'd have to buy a boat. I think I'm gonna have to wait until it's a dungeon that I can run to. Okay, back to Covetous. We'll head over to Vesper, short run to the south and west. Yeah, the let's see, let's go break this freebie. Oh, hey, nice. So just got a notification that the auction house sold. Great. Okay, so that sold at 5,000, and it looks like the auction house took a cut of 250 gold. So that's great. That's a chunk of gold in the account. And the fertile dirt sold as well. Wonderful. Okay, so that's 2,000 gold, and the auction took a cut of 100. Wow, so we got a chunk of gold now. Great. So the dungeon of the week, you can see what's going on with the command in Discord, or you can do it in game here. I'll show you what that looks like. I think it's this DOTW Dungeon of the Week. This is a great feature implemented by Quick here on UO New Dawn. So it randomizes the distribution of these different benefits through 4 different dungeons each week, starting on Monday, sometime in the morning. So this week it looks like Deceit is the collectors, so you get an extra chance to get a statue, and it tiers up through tier 1, 2, and 3. So we've advanced that one to tier 3 of 3. There's Gold Rush, so each tier drops more and more gold on each creature. That's a nice one. Boon of the Slayer is different Slayer weapons and instruments dropping. And this is the one that I totally forgot about. This is Scholar's Week, so this is where your skill gain is boosted. That's why Hythloth would be an excellent choice for a character like this, where you're gaining natural skill gain while you're grinding through the dungeon. Unfortunately, Hythloth is out on an island, and I'm a pure warrior of the realm of Caesarea. Alright, we're going to run past these harpies. We've already slain enough of you. Don't need to mess around with y'all anymore. Avoid a trap. And head past all of this. I don't know that we killed corpsers really, though. And I have a feeling that we could get some decent armor off of these brigands. I'm pretty sure some of the undead have decent armor as well. I don't know how easy these are to kill. I don't remember what they drop. Let's see. Okay. So, pretty easy kill there. Boards. I think they would sell well. They're just so heavy. I'll pick those up. Not sure I'm really all that interested in killing those. Okay, back to level 2, Covetous. And I kind of liked fighting those stone harpies. Ooh, far too many spiders to mess around there. Alright, back to the harpies. No, we should go a little bit further in, because we've need to do a little more exploring. Maybe get to the end of level 2, Covetous. There's that blade trap again. I don't think it would go well if I tried to take that dread spider. They cast like a lich spider. It's like things nightmares are made of. Let's get a heal going here. So this Warhammer, I mean, it's two-handed, it's slower. It certainly hits harder, but I don't know what my difference in DPS is. I assume it's higher, because is it force or power? It's power, but kind of like to swing more often for skill gain, I think. So might just go back to this setup for now. Dread spider to the right, water elementals to the left. I don't know that I can get a provo off here. Let's do one for fun. Yeah, it's not going to work out. So we've got some water elementals over here in this pocket. Over here, dread spider. And up here, gazers. And these will definitely rock my world. Let's Leroy Jenkins this thing. Oh dear. Alright, well, we made it past him. And it looks like more corpses. I thought... Oh, just a whole lot of corpses. I don't think I could get a provo off even onto a corpser there. So I'll beat a hasty retreat. And this is the exit. Level 2. Here's the exit gate like we saw earlier. And we'll advance further into Covetous level 3. I always thought this was a really cool entrance. With these statues here, the torches, and the stone entrance. Can't remember what loot these lizard men had. I know they have some spined leather, I think. Be nice if I had actually hit him. I think I could probably do without the armor here and just whack away. So once his lizard man is dead, I think we'll take a peek into Covetous level 3, 4, 3, whatever level that is, and then we'll come back out and make camp with the bedroll, level 3 of Covetous. There we have it. And there's another exit gate here. A wraith and a skeleton. I think I can get a provo off here. That skeletal knight might be a bit more of an issue, though. Let's see. Can always dip out behind us if we need to. There we go. Got the provo off. Let's get a bandage going. We'll grab this wraith. Bring him on down. And hope. Hope for a provocation, because I think this wraith will not do me well. Get in trouble here very quickly. Oh, we need to finish that party. Heal up real quick. Hopefully it'll heal up to, within 2 health of max. I can start a bandage running. Head on in there and probably take out this wraith first. Okay, that's perfect. Time this bandage here for a few seconds, and then we'll run in and get down to business. Oh, and nailed the provocation. First try. Excellent. 10 black pearl and 50 gold. That's not bad. Except it didn't grab the gold. Well, this skeletal knight hits pretty hard. Really need to provoke him onto something else. This is going to be a bad idea. As long as I don't get trapped in here. Nice. Okay, that was good to know. We can provoke these. Further on in, we have some lich room, these side chambers, prison cells on each side with wraith skeleton zombies. And then further down is a section with dragons and drakes, and another one with, I think, some mummies. In Covetous level 4. Let's see if these skeletal knights have some armor. It'd be really nice if I could find something that has magical armor that I could kill and level up this newbie armor that I'm wearing. Probably ought to start angling towards plate mail. That's really the set that I ought to be wearing. Oh, speaking of plate mail, we'll go ahead and loot all of this for now. Looks like I'm really going to want to target these skeletal knights. Ooh, plate legs. Fantastic. Alright, let's equip that. Let's check out the armor difference. Currently we're at 21 armor. Let's sub out the legs for the plate legs. 21, 24, so there's a 3-point increase. That's not bad. And now we'll do the gloves. I wasn't paying attention to the number. 24 to 24. Same, but plate always looks cooler. So we'll keep that. I think these wood shields are going to sell for nothing. I do kind of want to keep the bone because that sells, and a wraith just popped. So let me get out of line of sight here real quick. Yeah, I might ditch the boards for weight here. Let's cut these bones up. Bones are sell pretty well for tailoring crafters. So 30 bones, 764 gold, that's not bad. I think I'll hang on to this junk for now, and if it comes to it, I'll just jettison that. This too is NPC bot ring mail, so I don't know that it'll sell that well. Okay, well, this is as far as I wanted to adventure. Yep, mummy in here. Kind of wanted to peek into the lich's room real quick. This side we've got zombie, specter, wraiths, shades, mummies. We'll do a quick run into the lich's throne room here. There's a lich. This is one of the first real baddies that I ran into as a kid when I played this game. And these liches gave me nightmares. Especially the sound they make, that old man laugh. Kind of wanted to see if they'd give me a quick chuckle. Not having it. Maybe I need to be next to him, but I don't have any hiding, so I'm not going to run in there. But here's a whole throne room with a couple of liches, skeletons, specters. Probably above my pay grade currently. So as is this wraith. So we'll go ahead and gracefully bow out and see if we can make camp out here. I'm going to see if we can get rid of that poison naturally. It's 4 tick, so it's a nasty one, but I'd rather not use a potion if I don't have to. Guess I gotta try bandies first. It's gonna be close. Probably would have been okay, but I'll play it safe. Okay, where can we make camp? Not there, not there, not there. Well, it doesn't look like I can place a camp anywhere in here. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. The only other option would be to just log out my character like this. But he'd be standing here unprotected and vulnerable for 5 minutes until he timed out. So the options are run back to the mountain pass in between levels 1 and 2 because there was a spot there. Curious if one of these little pockets next to the mountains might hit as a tile that's a different location. Sure doesn't seem like it. I think it's this whole zone here. Hard to see because it's nighttime and I've not used a night sight potion. Well, I think we'll play it safe and just go back to town. So head back to Oklo here. It's kind of a quick trip in, but I think I've got a lay of the dungeon and know where I'd like to farm. Kind of like probably to focus on those harpies for now. And we'll drop off another 765 gold. And look at that, the auction sales rolled in. Now we're at 12k gold. So next time we could probably go buy some proper potion kegs and we could fill up these empty potions with those. We get some better heals and cures. I think we're doing well. Alright, we'll mosey on over to the inn where we log out instantly. Alright, well, if you missed the good old days of Ultima Online, this is a fantastic server. I'd really encourage you to go check it out. Join the fun. Come join me on an adventure. Be happy to dungeon crawl with any newbie. Be pretty fun. Alright, well, that ends the day 4 of Grimoire's adventures. Take care, adventurers.